Okay, everybody here is in college. You've all probably heard the song I Love College by Atha Ross. And basically, I've been enjoying my college experience. I've been to a couple of the frat parties across the street from Cal State Fullerton. And during the rush week, which is dry week, meaning no alcohol, they had one of their social activities with hookah. And I smoke hookah. I've been smoking hookah for about 3 years now. And everybody always says, oh, it's better for you than smoking cigarettes and da-da-da-da. And I've always wondered, is hookah actually bad for you? So I decided that today I'm going to educate you on the dangers of smoking hookah. And hookah might be pertaining to you because I know there are some hookah smokers in this class. Hookah is very popular among the 18 to 24-year-old group, and I'm pretty sure the majority of everybody here is between 18 and 24. So the first I'm going to explain to you what is hookah. Hookah is a water pipe. It has a base at the bottom that is filled with water. It goes up to a similar hose that has a similar tube that has a hose sticking out. There's a bowl piece on top that you fill with the hookah, tobacco, and with coal. So here's a picture of a hookah. So here's the base that you would fill up with water. The hose, this is the mouthpiece of the hose, and at the very top is the bowl where you put the tobacco and then the coal on top of the tobacco. And here is what tobacco looks like. It looks pretty disgusting. A lot of the flavors are like fruity. They have peach, strawberry, watermelon, and cherry. They have lavender, rose. And it's a very sticky substance. It's just tobacco that is pretty much marinated in these flavors to like fruits and stuff like that, so you get the desired taste. Okay, so now that you know a little bit about hookah and what it is, I'm going to explain to you how it is worse for you than cigarettes. And I don't know if anybody here is a cigarette smoker, and they're like, well, or a hookah smoker, because if you're a hookah smoker, you're like, I smoke hookah because I don't want to smoke cigarettes, it's bad for you. Hookah is even worse for you than cigarettes. A cigarette session usually works like you smoke a cigarette for about 5 to 7 minutes, and you inhale, you blow it out. With hookah, a hookah session can last about an hour, if not longer, if not a little bit longer. Everybody's just sitting around, having fun, just passing the hose and smoking hookah. When you have one hookah session, it is equivalent to 100 cigarettes, which is a lot of cigarettes. A pack is actually 20 cigarettes, so you'll be smoking 5 packs of cigarettes in one hookah session. And people have this myth that the water in the base of a hookah pipe filters out all the carcinogens and all the nicotine and everything like that, and that is a myth. There's actually the same carcinogens that is in cigarettes that is also found in hookah. You also have the nicotine that is also found in hookah, and you also have the heavy metals. Here are some statistics about this is one hookah session compared to one cigarette. In one hookah session, there are 36 times the tar that you get from smoking one hookah session compared to a cigarette, 1.7 times the nicotine, and 8.3 times the carbon monoxide. And the reason that there is so much carbon monoxide in a hookah compared to a cigarette is because you have the coals that are constantly being heated and that are constantly being like sent down through the bowl piece into the hookah that you're actually inhaling. And then for an example of the 100 times more of a cigarette, this picture here on your right is a guy smoking a cigarette, exhaling, and you can see there's not very much smoke. This picture right here is a hookah, somebody that is exhaling from a hookah, the hookah smoke, and you can see this is just from one hit of a hookah, how much smoke there is and how dense it is compared to the cigarette. Okay. So you can also, even while you're smoking hookah and you think it might be better for you than cigarettes, obviously it's not by the amount of drugs that are also in hookah. But it also comes along with the health dangers that you get from smoking cigarettes. You still have the heart disease, the cancer that comes along with it, and also the addiction. People feel as though hookah doesn't have any nicotine. Obviously, from that statistic, there's 1.7 times the amount of nicotine in a hookah than a cigarette, so that is false. People usually like to go to hookah bars and say just to relax, and it's actually from the nicotine that is helping them, allow them to relax. And one thing that you can actually get from smoking hookah that you can't get from cigarettes is herpes and tuberculosis. And you might be trying to figure out where in the world can you get herpes and tuberculosis from smoking hookah. Because during a hookah session, a lot of people, they share the hose. The hose is the part that where you put your mouth on that has a mouthpiece, that where you inhale the smoke from the hookah. And the common cold, the flu can all be transferred through swapping spit by sharing the hose during a session. And a lot of hookah smokers do not take the time and go get the free disposable mouthpieces that they have at hookah bars and that you can actually buy online. So whenever you have a hookah session at your house that you can use them. So herpes and tuberculosis is actually being transferred through hookah smoking, which I find rather disgusting. I personally did not know that. And so one thing to protect yourself if you are going to smoke hookah is to buy the disposable mouthpieces and use those during the hookah session. And the last thing is, why are college students being targeted for hookah? Why is it so popular among our age group? And one of the main reasons are, I'm 19, I can't go to bars. You have to be 21 to go to a bar. Hookah lounges are actually for 18 and older. And so it kind of has like a bar setting. There's a lot of people there that you don't know. Everybody's really friendly. It has a really nice environment. Here's actually a picture of a hookah lounge. And you can kind of see that it's like dim lighting, almost like a bar, and just really laid back. They play the like most current music, and it's just a very fun social environment. So that is one reason why hookah lounges, hookahs also like are very popular among our age group. And another reason is that we have 3 hookah lounges in this area between Cal State Fullerton and at Fullerton Junior College. You have the Starbuzz, you have Twilight, which was one of the most popular ones, and then you also have, I forgot the name of it. You also have Karma. And all of these are located in between these 2 colleges, and every year there's more hookah lounges opening up in your colleges that are targeting our age group, because we are the ones that are more likely to go out and smoke hookah at these places. And lastly, another reason why hookah is very popular is so you have these tricks that you can do. I would smoke hookah 3 or 4 times a week just so I can master these different tricks. You have the O's, where you blow O's out of your mouth. You have the little O's, which are little tiny O's that come out of your mouth. You can make hearts by snapping the O's. And then you have the French inhale, where you breathe out of your mouth and inhale through your nose. And there's so many different tricks. And here's actually a trick of my boyfriend. This is our little O's that he actually taught me how to do. So for me, it was a game to figure out how long it would take me to master these different hookah tricks. So it's just, there's many different reasons why people start smoking hookah, and I just wanted to educate you that it is actually worse for you than cigarettes, but you can take proper precautions by avoiding herpes and tuberculosis by using disposable mouthpieces. And you only have one body, so you want to treat your body right, because it is your temple. You're not be able to replace your body in any sort of way. And there are a lot of different cancers and heart disease that you can get from smoking hookah. So if you ever decide to smoke hookah, please keep in mind the different dangers that also come along with having this kind of social environment. Thank you.
All right, so Kyle, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. She had good eye contact with the audience. She didn't have to look down and read too much. With the PowerPoint, she had the actual slide of what the hookah looked like and all the components of it. So people who didn't know what it looked like could see the parts of it. And then the statistics of the differential percentages of how much more stuff is in hookah compared to cigarettes was pretty interesting. And the whole hookah being like 100 cigarettes is pretty intense. I didn't know that. And then just like all the different things you could catch from not being like careful at a hookah bar. But like overall, I thought it was pretty cool.
All right.